just changed. Oh, hey, girl. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to put a star next to you so I know to do your... Hey, Liana. Liana, was it under your name or your business name? Hello, hello, hello. So today I'm doing readings for people that donated to the Prosperity Portal. You can stay and watch if you want. There's an ambulance going, or a fire truck. And I don't know some of your Instagram names in relation, but I'm excited to make some announcements. The comments are already like on my face. Is it that way for y'all? Anyways, I'm just getting some cards ready. I'll pull for everybody here, obviously, collectively, but those that have donated have priority. So if you want to tell me maybe like the name that you signed up with PayPal, if I don't already know, because I'll do like a roll call. Derry's here. She was one of the first that donated because I have it on your check. That's great, Liana. It doesn't matter because we're here live. You'll get the collective reading for abundance. So this is a prosperity portal again. The other prosperity portal is still out there for you guys to watch. This one, all of you that donated are going to get a private email tomorrow. My phone is still not fully charged. So we're going to try to do one of two things. Save it, the live here, before it dies, and or... you know, get through the live before it dies. I even have it plugged in. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Stardust. Hey, Electric Dreams. Hey, Crystal Ann. Hey, Derry. So Spirit Body Natural is here. Heidi Cummings, Dottie, Deanne. There's a bunch of you that are donators that donated. So we'll give it a few more minutes, or if you guys want to share, I should have probably tried to share this. Hey, Martha. So thank you for joining. You're going to get the collective reading, but like I said, the people that I've already starred, those Derry, Catherine, Spirit Body, Kim, Stardust, Crystal. I just saw Crystal Ann. That's my Crystal Rickbach. Hi. Okay, so if you know you don't, Deanne. They donated twice. So Deanne, I did you and then I did your hubs. And that made me think to do Mo myself. So I've got you all in order, and that's how I'll go, by order of how you paid, not how you showed up here, unfortunately. Okay, so everybody isn't here, but that's fine. They can watch the replay. You guys, in just a few days, we've raised some money because I put forward half. I just know the total. I know the total is $370. I was like, oh my fucking God. It was $350 at one point. And then we got some $5 donations, and then I matched those. At first, I wasn't going to be able to match it. And then I thought, no, this is prosperity. I will make this happen. And I sure enough launched my subscription stuff sooner and made it happen for myself. And I was just excited. It made me feel so good seeing the donations come in just so openly. But the other thing is, it was like I only announced it like twice. So I really applaud you guys. I mean, I know I'm giving a bulk of it. Oh, Intuitive is here. Hey, baby girl. Let me get you on my list. Crystal Kunzman. Eclectic Dreams, did you donate? Pamela, is that you, Pamela? I don't know if I saw you. Let me get a tissue first of all. So, as I was saying, we've raised in just a few, days. Thank you. Let me get you tagged here because I have you on my list. So there were some other people There were some other people that donated, and they will get a reading sent to them in a separate recording that I'll do tomorrow, in addition to the collective that we're going to do in that private reading tomorrow. So that's what you guys will get sent to your email. So, big announcement. We raised $370. And right away I said we were going to donate it to someone. And I didn't really have somebody in mind. I was like, we're going to put this in the bank. I'm going to add to it, like match it. And I thought maybe we'd get $50 and I'd donate $50. Well, sure enough, you guys blew me away. And I'm so happy Kim is here. But we are donating the money to Kim and her family so that she can put this towards her son's MRI. Or I know that some other options are out there, whether it be steroid injections and things like that. Whatever they have to do, they can do whatever they need to do. So I'll PayPal that money to you, because all of this was collected in my PayPal, and I have money in my PayPal still, even though I hate them. But for things like this, it's great. I can send that to her. Yes, Kim, we freaking love you. I think Derry had messaged me. I know Intuitive Empath had been mentioning things in her stories, and I had been out of the loop. I didn't even fucking know until this past week. So here I was thinking, oh my God, we didn't even raise $50. I was like scrambling on Thursday last week. It was already. So I was thinking to myself, like, oh my God, she'll maybe buy like dinner with this little piddly, amount of money that we raised. But we ended up raising $370 together. So congratulations to just this community. Like, that just makes me feel so good. It just feels good. And this is a great time to be creating magic as we lead up to the full moon. I believe on the 20th. I don't know. I'm going to a full moon circle. So like so many prosperous things are already happening in my life. Like, it's normally sold out. I'm getting to go with my best friend. I just saw this full circle moment in my stories where she and I got together 3 years ago on this very same day. So it's just so crazy. I love all the little full moment things I'm having, and please send me messages if you're experiencing extra prosperity. I mean, I know Kim already is, and she was in need, but I don't want you guys to think like I'm a magician here. I try to do my best, but it takes I want dedication on your part to keep the rituals and the beliefs moving in that direction, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Oh, hey, Beach House. She was one of the very, very last donations. So I just kind of know from how people donated. I do too, but Stardust, I also want you to know my cousin had issues like this, and my neighbor's son had issues like this. And you know what? They're big, strong, strapping young men now. And my little cousin isn't the little peanut. We called him Taylor, the sailor, whaler. He's and I taught him how to swim, my little fish. But definitely we're all little flowers here, and he'll be growing in his own way. But I do want, you want to make sure his glands are okay, because that is the function of life there. I'm having gland issues, but then I realized the more I detox, especially with the celery juice, swollen armpit glands is actually kind of a good thing, because it's like pushing shit out. But my God, let me tell you, my armpit, our little peanut. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, I'm jealous of the dolphins. I know Stardust saw an eagle too, or 2 eagles, and so much. That's the sort of prosperous things that could be happening to you guys. So on the checks, I'll just show you quickly, and then we'll get into the group reading and then the individual readings. Basically, you could use a check of your own, but I didn't want checks to have numbers on them all the same, because I feel like that could have fucked this ritual up for all of us. So I didn't want to make any mistakes. So I put the date. Some of them have different dates because some of you all donated different days. And then I put for prosperity from Source Energy, paid in full. You are to be paid in full for your health, wealth, and abundance. Spiders are definitely one for me. I saw one in front of my door. And then I went grocery shopping and did some errands. And sure as shit, that bastard made its way into my house. So I had to relocate it outside. But that was like the 3rd spider I had seen. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Holly. So basically, you can do this on your own. There are all kinds of prosperity checks online that you can print out. You just go to like Google Images, whatever. And there's workshops, there's workbooks, there's all kinds of stuff. The idea is I even keep $100 in my purse now. I keep money on me because when you know that you could afford this, that, or the other, even though you know you don't want to be buying it because you don't want to be wasting your money on bullshit, it is all about the energy of saying, if I wanted those $100 shoes, I could get them. If I wanted those jeans, I could get them. If that is giving you freedom mentally, physically, and emotionally. And it's really changed a lot for me because now I've been able to save money and have money in multiple areas and, diversify. So abundance is not just money though. It's time, it's people, places, things, it's resources, it's health, and it's wealth. So when we do the readings individually, it'll be geared towards where you have some blocks, where you need some work mentally, physically, and emotionally. Yeah, respect your money, organize it. I know we're in a day and age where it's like credit cards or bank cards. Like I really don't even keep cash on me except for that bill, the $100 bill. And now I put some money in a dish beside me, but definitely want to be respectful of the money. And never say, oh, I can't afford that. Say it is not in your budget. It is not something you want to allocate your funds to. It's not about not being able to afford it. It's you don't desire it enough or more than this, that, or the other. Because when you say you can't afford something, you're actually saying you're putting yourself in a negative connotation when it comes to health, wealth, and abundance. Say it's not a priority is what you want to say. And that's what you could, when you can say, oh, I can't afford my time there. I can't afford my energy there. No, it's not a priority. So don't say you can't afford it because you can afford anything. That some of these little things you just have to work out also in your head, mentally, physically, emotionally. You've got to stop saying, why are they spending their money on that? People that go out for $1,000. I am a Taurus in the second house. I would eat me $1,000 dinner. I don't want to be judged for it, but I would never buy $1,000 purse that you could use for 15 years and give to your daughter and pass down and so on and so forth. But we all spend our money differently. You've got to stop judging people for the fancy cars and the fancy houses because it's not that you think that they're an asshole for having it. You think they're an asshole because they have it and you don't. A lot of blocks like that we got to work through, okay? I mean, I'll spend $100 on a bag of weed and smoke it. And people will spend $100 on a plane ticket and go somewhere and experience that sort of trip. We're all so different. I used to spend $300 a night going out drinking, going to the strip club, going out fucking up. I mean, throw an 8-ball in, I'll spend $500 a night. That's a whole paycheck to some people. And then I end up having no money because I spent it so frivolously. So you have to know where your blocks are mentally, physically, emotionally. So when we get into reading these, it's obviously going to be open. I'm going to pull for the group, but then I'm going to get into Derry, then I'm going to get into Catherine, then I'm going to get into Kim, and then I'm going to do roll call and ask if the person that's next in line is here, and then we'll just keep going. And if I did not get to them, they'll be in a separate recording, okay? Hey, Miss Denise. Hey, everybody. Sorry, my allergies are fucking up here like crazy. Like coughing and eye itching. Like I never had this shit. And fatigue. Like what is that? Like my phone glitching is almost a direct reflection of my personal issues. Like I was like, wow, my phone will not charge and I can't get a charge. And I'm like, why is this happening? Oh my God. Oh, and look at this. Another thing of prosperity that I got like last week before we even decided to, I got a mouse in my pocket before I even decided to do this. Golden pyrite. Had you ever seen such a thing? I mean, I've seen rough pieces of it, but like this is insane. And this weighs like 5 pounds of deli meat. Like this is insane. Yeah, Stardust, it is what it is. Okay, so let's read for the group. If you're here, you're giving me permission to read for you. But if you did not donate, you'll have to wait to the end, and we'll see if we have time. So for the group. Oh, I'm loving the first cards. Obviously. Okay, so this is kind of funny because there's a lot of dichotomy, a lot of yin-yang here right off the bat. I grow, and then blessed new beginnings comes in upside down. So the new beginnings are on the way. You've got to continue nurturing them, honoring them. The things you want to grow mentally, physically, and emotionally, and spiritually, health, wealth, and abundance-wise, they're on the way. You've just got to keep nurturing them. Sometimes, like, I'll be out there looking at my seedlings, like getting annoyed that some of them didn't grow and this, that, or the other. That's not going to help anything. I can't force that seedling to grow. I can't pluck it out and see how far along it's doing. But you know what is growing in abundance out there? All these little sunflower seeds that accidentally got mixed in my soil from me feeding the birds. Well, that is the abundance growing. That is proof of the abundance. That soil is fertile. Obviously, those sunflower seeds are growing, but some seeds take a little longer to come out. I did think I had expectations for my beans because on the back of the package it said they would be among the first to sort of sprout. Sure enough, they weren't. So I was discouraged. But I didn't let that keep me from my carrots and my other things growing in my garden. I didn't just say, oh, it's all shit show. Nothing's going to grow out here. No, just because something in your life didn't take off mentally, physically, and emotionally, like a business. Like if Binford's failed me, maybe I would have tried something else. But thank God it didn't fail me. But actually, I take that back. A lot of people thought Binford's was failing in the first 3 years. A lot of people gave up on Binford's. I did not give up on Binford's. I saw the roots. I saw the things taking shape that other people couldn't see, you know. So I know we're all growing in our own way, and blessed new beginnings are on the way for every one of us. But look at this card. When it's upside down, what does it look like? Roots. They are taking shape beneath the surface. All your plans, all your hopes, all your dreams, whatever it is you're trying to make this abundance for, health, wealth, happiness, and joy, it's formulating. It's happening. It's just kicking off. Spring is really just happening. If we look at the Earth's axis and how it's been tilted back nearly 30 degrees, that's about a whole month. We're definitely off on both coasts when it comes to the weather. It's snowing and sleeting on the East Coast. This is insanity. Yes, call it global warming, but I also call it the tilt in the fucking Earth's axis. A lot changes with that, okay? So what's off? Our perception. Perception is all about your perspective. So your attitude is off. Your beliefs are off. Someone or something is rubbing you the wrong way when it comes to your health, wealth, and abundance, and it is jeopardizing your health, wealth, and abundance. So you got to flip that shit around mentally, physically, and emotionally. That's on you. Your perception is the ability to relate to someone or something. Well, you want to know what the law of attraction is? Feeling it first. I can feel abundant. I could feel like I have a fridge full of groceries. I can feel like I could go anywhere. That's why having that $100 in your purse or in your wallet is important, because I can feel abundant 24/7. For $100 this day and age, it used to be just a 20 or a 50. Well, with the fucking price of things today, it's $100 you want to keep in your purse. And who knows, in 10 years, it'll probably be $1,000 because rent is insanity. $100 isn't really even a whole lot, but I know it can buy a whole lot because of my perception. I don't have a distorted perception of money. I know how hard it takes to make, but how easy it is to spend, so you can't have any of those blocks there with your perception. And no motherfucking regrets. I don't regret the money I spent and wasted. When I put a bad energy onto the way I've spent money, aside from just changing the way I spend my money, if I look back in my memories and put negativity on it, I'm sandbagging it. I'm kind of making money afraid of me, because money's going to be like, oh, she's going to mismanage me again. She's not going to handle me right again. Stop looking at your issues as the present tense. We've got to look forward. So there is this new journal thing I'm doing, matter of fact. And one of the things that it asks you is, oh, I didn't write the questions down. Fuck me. That's not going to work because I can't really remember the questions, but what's something you're working on? And I was working on organization, prioritization, and managing my health, wealth, and abundance, mentally, physically, and emotionally. But I don't have regrets about how shitty I've been with it. And that also got me thinking about Mother's Day also, because I was never taught how to manage my health, wealth, and abundance. My mom was just doing what she could, paycheck to paycheck, taking care of us. So that's something you also learn. And that's why the perspective is important, because perspective can be passed down to you or picked up by your location, locale, generation, and things like that. So you've got to get your perspective and perception in check when it comes to your health, wealth, and abundance. Are you disregarding all of the abundance around you? Are you so fixated on only one goddamn thing that you don't notice all of the health, wealth, and abundance around you? That could just be the case. But you are growing in your own way, doing your own thing. We all are, okay? Well, Intuitive, I know we've even been talking about that. I'm excited for him to get out of there, but it's a blessed new beginning. And I think about the military and the position that the United States is in, how it's put its hands in everybody's business. It's not really safe to be in the military at all, ever, but especially with the coming times. I just, So, okay, Derry is first. Let's get Derry's cards out here. Okay, Derry, loving it. Well, I am already loving what I'm seeing. Adversity is coming in upside down. When a card like this comes in upside down, that to me is a good thing. You have faced your challenges. You're facing them head on. You have accepted that the challenges you have are the best way for you to learn what you want, down the road, mentally, physically, and emotionally, and where you want to go. So by facing your challenges, you are truly empowering yourself. You have my deck, so you want to look at the I Empower affirmations. With these anymore, I don't have time to get the book out and do all of that jazz. We're going to work through this the best way we can. You have the resources. You have the abundance. You can go check the book out and read all of the extra materials there. So what you could read are the affirmations. So the I Empower affirmations. I think it's related to Pluto. That would be related to like the 12th house. That will be related to Scorpio and who else? Probably, oh, Jesus Christ, Pisces. You could read all of that, and that will help you further look into your health, wealth, and abundance and help you empower. And that's about your dream. So you've got to have faith. You've got to trust, believe, and receive the health, wealth, and abundance and know that it is on the way because you have faced your fears, you have faced the challenges, and you just need to delight in the fact that it's on the way. Some of us get a negative vibe because we're like, where is it? Like, I'm waiting at the bus stop. I know it comes at 10:45 every day. If it's 3 minutes late, okay. But I'm one of those people that is just going to be like, I actually don't even fucking taste. I've acquired so much abundance in my life. I Uber wherever I want to go now. I don't, because my time became so important to me. It was worth it for me to prioritize money for an Uber to go here, there, and anywhere instead of waiting for a bus because my time was important. That's the other thing you guys gotta figure out. Is this one job taking up so much of your time where you could be putting your time and money into something else? Like when I was working as a dental assistant, only making $13 an hour. I knew I could make more eventually with Benford's All Naturals, but I had to take a pay cut in order to invest my time into Benford's All Naturals properly, and then I started to make the money that I wanted and knew I would be able to sustain and make. Not that I make that money every day, but let's be honest, it's much more freeing and liberating. So take delight in the fact that you've faced probably the biggest problems already, the biggest challenges already, and feel empowered knowing that really it's just going to rely on your faith, and you've got a lot of faith. I know you've got spirit, source energy, God, goddess, source in your heart. Christian witches are big. We've got all kinds of witches in the world today because we're all able to speak more freely, especially with the internet and our communities growing. Look at what y'all did this fucking past 3 days or 5 days or so. Raised all that money. It's crazy. Catherine is next. Okay, Miss Catherine. You gotta stop worrying. Worrying is gonna do you no good when it comes to managing. Capricorn came up. When you pull a zodiac card from my deck, you want to look. Oh, Casey's here. Let me cross her on my list so I know to do her. Hey, Miss Casey, you're a little bit of ways, but I'm doing them in order of how you donated. So, Catherine. Capricorn is all about managing, but Capricorn is also in the skies big time right now. It's in Saturn. It's going to be retrograde if it isn't already. So it's about redoing and renewing areas in your life when it comes to your health, wealth, and abundance, where you can manage yourself better, manage your funds better, manage your, time, energy, and resources better. So there's nothing really to worry about. You've just got to get to work. Worry is such a waste of your time. I mean, and those women that sit and just pray and that's really just worrying. It's one thing to pray, but if you sit there for hours on end and pray, you do not have faith in your spirit and source energy. That enough said. I don't have to pray all day, every day for the same goddamn thing. Spirit got the text message 38 hours ago, way before I even knew I wanted it, because it's already lined up for me mentally, physically, and emotionally. And when you get on that train, when you get on that rocket, things become so effortless and easy. I don't even actually worry anymore about a goddamn thing. I used to just get down to $1 And I had that much faith in spirit and source energy. And then I would have clients like fucking, Denise and any of you, all of you blow my motherfucking account up with an order. And I would fall over backwards. Like I spent my last dollar on shipping or something or whatever. And I just always believed, so you just got to believe. So anyways, Kathy, Orchid, no more time to worry. Get to work because you're expanding. I mean, heart, mind, body, and soul. That's what's also happening. Jupiter is going to be in retrograde if it isn't already in Sagittarius. It's about having fun with this now. It's no time to worry. It's time to dance with spirit. When you put your trust in yourself and in your gifts, you just now have to believe. Like I mixed the recipe together. I put it in the oven. I'm not worried it's not going to bake up. I could take it out and test it. I could take it out and test it. And that's going to fuck it up. But come on, again, like the new beginnings card. This one comes up, embracing. In time, you'll embrace this fearlessly if you haven't already. But, embrace it with love. Don't put fear and worry into your financial issues, you guys. I think that's sort of like a patriarchal thing too, so that we continuously become a slave to money. When you no longer fear money or the absence of it and know that it's available to you, they're fucking printing it, you guys. That's how fucked up it is. The banks are just giving you money that they print, and you're paying a loan off of literally monopoly money now. So don't let that discourage you. Please trust, believe, and receive. There are infinite sources, infinite ways, infinite resources out there for all of you. Okay. So next is Spirit Body Naturals. I love you. She is proof. Abundance is out there for everybody, and I am loving these cards. So the number 4 is coming up, and that's a foundational number. It's related to Cancer. It's related to the Mother Goddess. It's related to support. All of us coming together to support you, like 4 walls to a house, 4 legs to a chair, stability, structure. It's all there, security. And like I was saying before, you've got nothing to worry about. Stop putting worry into the mix, because then Spirit's going to say, God, do you not believe in my amazing ways? Like, this is a little silly here. Okay. So foundational support, structure, stability. Soulmate is coming in upside down, and this is asking you to connect with your soul self on a higher level, but it's also telling you to recognize the souls around you, that you're connecting with various soulmates around you, and reach out and touch someone. What you have, you've been honest and truthful with your situation, so you spoke up, you looked hard in the mirror, you knew you needed help, you reached out to your community, and look at what it's done for you. You're getting the help and support you need. A lot of people, when I first started my business, were like, you should keep your life private and your business whatever. Well, when I would have issues, that was hard, because they would wonder why Binford's was then having issues. Well, I am Binford, so I had to be really transparent. I had to be really honest. And the more honest you are, the easier things become. So there is no indecision when you're honest. I know when I'm honest with myself what I need to do. And when it comes to your health, wealth, and abundance, especially your financial situations, if you're not budgeting, if you're not putting it down on paper, if you're not getting honest about your spending habits, you're never going to get in control. So it's not enough just to be honest. You've got to be honest and diligent and do something about it. So connect with your higher self. Keep connecting with your family, friends, and lovers. Remember, soulmate is not just a lover. I don't really believe in that at all. It's family, it's friends, and then lovers. Okay. So definitely feel that support. No question about it. Who is next? Is Brittany Rogers here? I don't think so. Is Heidi here? The Nested Sparrow. If either of those are here, I'll do them because they're next in line. But then it's Dottie. Did Dottie come in? Dottie and Deanne. Is Deanne still here? Because whoever I don't get done, I'm going to get done in another private video. If you donated, just say, hey, don't forget me. So I'm going to move along. Is Deanne still here? Can I get a woo woo to my ladies in the back? My eyes are so itchy, y'all. Oh, that was a stall. Is Deanne here? Oh, hey, Deanne. So I'm going to do you and your hubs. So Deanne is first and then Deanne. Okay, Deanne. Okay. A lot is going on here, Miss Deanne. But we've got the 10 upside down. So that's as close to the motherfucking end as it gets. Full circle moments and blessed new beginnings. So the roots are taking shape. Things are about to start blasting off and sprouting off. So there is no rejection here. This is upside down. Another card, good one to have upside down. So you're past the rejection. You're over the rejection. You realize it was spirit redirection. Okay. So full circle moments because spirit has done redirected you. Detour. Why? To create some freedom. Now, here is where the block may be because this card was upside down. This is not a card you really want to have upside down. Do you not sense the freedom? I know we've got some personal issues going on in direct messages that you've told me about you and your husband with your family and shit like that. We don't need to put it all out there. Obviously not between you and him. She's so cute. She always includes him, and I love that. But I know what's going on at home. So you have to realize that this is freedom for you and them, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And some people will get a little bit of freedom and not know what to do with it and figure out soon what the fuck they did wrong. So you've got to find a way to, relax. This inner sanctuary, it could be mental or a physical area. So if you don't have a space around you to retreat to, you've got to find a space inside. And that's why the rose meditation, I think, is a good one. It creates that bubble around you no matter where you're at. Or even just a bath or take a long potty break, whatever you got to do every now and again. But it could be going somewhere. Like for some people, Target could be a sanctuary. For some people, Starbucks could be. It's really, it's up to you where that inner and outer sanctuary could be. But there is a lot of freedom here. And that's also hard because with freedom, for some people, like me growing up, I had a lot of freedom. That is a lack of structure, support, stability, security, and that creates some bad habits in my adulthood. So things might be working out for the best, whether you see it that way or not. And I know not everybody knows what we're talking about because we're having a little inside dialogue. Oh, that's a good one to do for that because that's also protecting your aura, the Moontime oil. So good job. Good job with that. Yeah. So Dan is next. Okay, Dan, I'm going to use this as a we're going to talk about one of the other cards. Like when I said, if you continuously worry and you continuously pray for the same thing over and over again, you're basically questioning spirit. You're not trusting spirit. You're not believing in spirit. So you're having some prayers. It seems like, did he get my message? That's my male voice for you, by the way. But anyways, the prayers are going to be answered. And remember, sometimes unanswered prayers are the prayer. And when we get into a meditative state, we're receiving the answers. So you have to quiet your mind. You have to quiet your demands and stop being so demanding of spirit and source energy. I don't think he really likes that. No, he's a very giving God, or he or she or whatever you so choose to believe in. But he's got a toilet paper long list of people he's trying to help. And some of their needs are going to come before yours. But here's the thing. He's omnipresent. So he doesn't just have to help the person dying over there. He can help you with your smaller problems over here. So never think your problems are too small. That's another thing, you guys. There is no trumping of the problems. My problems may seem super ridiculous to some bigger entrepreneurs. But for me, they're huge when I can't print and I fuck up a label, and some of my problems might be super big to some of you. It's really different for everybody. Okay. So that you have to keep into consideration as well. Your problems are never too small to ask for spirit's help. I mean, help yourself for sure. Do what you can, but trust, believe, and receive. pray and ask, but don't fucking demand, and don't ask for the same thing over and over and over again, because then it becomes Groundhog's Day for spirit and source energy. Like, there he goes asking for that again. I was already working on that. Let me get started on it again, because I don't know what's going on here. Like, you're jamming up the telephone line when you continuously call 911 for fucking help, okay? So you've got to evolve past that, I guess, worry, past that fear that you're having some unanswered prayers, because that is actually the blessing in disguise. And you've got to make some changes. Here's the thing also, spirit won't always help you when you're in the wrong gear. If you're not in the right position to move forward or do this, that, or the other, spirit's not going to put you in an even more uncomfortable position. That's not going to help anybody. Hey, Dottie. Dottie's here. Let me put a little check mark near her because we just did pass by her so I don't miss her. But you've got to make some changes, and then spirit comes in and makes the rearranging that much easier. So you've got a lot of strength you're not pulling on. The weight of the world is not on your shoulders, but you got to pull your own weight, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I'm not saying you aren't, but this could also be saying you've got to let other people do their own shit too. Quit praying for other people. Quit wasting your energy and strength on the wrong people. Let them make some changes if that's what's going on at home, okay? And things will evolve naturally. That's just it. Actually, we had that with a client. You know, when you take your focus off them, a lot changes for you mentally, physically, and emotionally. You can start worrying about yourself and taking care of yourself. Naturally Wild is here. Good. She was somebody that also donated. Okay. I'm just trying to check everybody off as I see them come in. Okay, so Dan and Tian are done. Now we have Dottie. And did Heidi ever come in? Did Brittany Rogers ever come in? I know it's bedtime for some of these people and their kids. Okay, so Miss Dottie is here. Let me get her in the works. Okay, Dottie. I'm liking what I'm seeing regarding your, this is a prosperity portal, so it's your abundance, health, wealth, happiness, and joy. Bounce, health, wealth, it's there. So I don't know if you're just like, let's just keep it nice and good. I just want to donate because I like how this is feeling. That is the time to work on your health, wealth, happiness, and joy. Don't work on your health when you are sick. You got to keep your game up. And same with the financial, okay? So mentally, physically, and emotionally, it is not the right time. It is too late if you start needing the help. You know what I mean? Because that's when you get to start demanding and begging. And that's when you're going to get a quick loan. And that's when you're getting in the hole. You know, you have got to be a few steps ahead of the game. So keep creating that balance. Keep creating that health and wealth. Keep that harmony. Oh, I love it. I love it. But Mercury, it did come in upside down. So I don't even think Mercury is going to be retrograde this summer. So that's not even the issue, but you could be having some communication issues, maybe with spirit, like we were just saying in the previous reading. Your needs are not smaller than someone else's because they seem less than or less than important. No, 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 no. They are a necessity for you. So if you need it, you damn well deserve it, and spirit will find a way to provide for you, okay? So you need to be working on your communication skills, and this is with your family, this is with your friends, this is with your lovers. This is why I've always been transparent with Binford, because when I speak it into existence, it happens. Y'all rally around me and we come together and we make it happen, and I feel like I could go another 5 years on here, you know? So you've got to make that happen for yourself by speaking up and out. I don't know someone is in need unless they tell me, you know, and even then sometimes you don't hear them and they're screaming for help, okay? So simplify your life. Keep doing that. Maybe that's just it. It's not that as hard as you think to speak into existence what it is you need. I literally will go through a checklist of things every day that I need, and somehow spirit 100%, 9 out of 10 times is providing, and that 1% that he's not, it's me getting in the way because I fuck it up and make it harder than it is. So it's a lot easier than you think, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And it's easier to keep that balance and harmony when you're already on your game, okay? And remember, you guys, we're going to be getting you a chakra reading for the collective that donated. That's going to be in the private reading. And then the rest of you that did not get your reading today because you didn't show up live. So I know she's here. Curly. Where's my Curly Sue? Naturally Wild Curls is next. And then let me see who else I have on this page. Is there an Elizabeth in the house? Crystal, both my crystals are here, but listen, it's Crystal K first. That sounds like a drug, first of all. Crystal K, and then Crystal Rickbach is my second crystal, okay? So, it's going to be Maria MC, Elizabeth I don't think is here. Yin is not here. She's in Singapore. Crystal is here though. Is Michelle here? Did Michelle tune in? Intuitive empath. It does. What does? I don't even know what. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going then. So Marie, MC. Oh, girl. Okay. I am liking what I'm seeing because I know where you're at mentally, physically, and emotionally. No, you don't even need to ask me anything naturally wild because we already know the theme is going to be prosperity, health, wealth, and abundance, people, places, and things. So you've got some releasing to do. Could you do the Marie Kondo? Could you get rid of some things and let some things go? It could be material. It could be mental. It could be physical, emotional, anything like that. Let some things go and then the sun will shine right back in that much easier. When you have so much stuff filling up your window in life, that abundance portal in life, spirit can't fit another goddamn thing in there sometimes, you know. And I know you like to shop. You're one of my best little shoppers. So I imagine you have some things you could just let go of. And that energy, once it's released, once you release that energy, you're going to open up so much more than you could have ever imagined for yourself. And I'm loving this card upside down. Discipline is coming in upside down. You have been working hard for the money, mentally, physically, and emotionally on your health, wealth, and abundance. Remember, prosperity is not just about money. It's about your mental health first. Because if you don't have your mental health in check, physically, emotionally, spiritually, money ain't going to mean shit, you know, because then you end up spending it on the wrong things, on the wrong people, on the wrong places. So you are doing so good with the discipline. You can accomplish whatever you set your mind to, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I am loving it. And your essence is just taking off, blooming. And that's just it. When you weed out your garden, when you release people, places, and things, the sun can get to those other plants that you're trying to harvest and trying to cultivate. And the essence can thrive that much more. So keep up the good work. I mean, if this is a report card, I'd say you're doing great. Oh my God, EE, I love you. I love that. You know, I love me some kettle chips. So keep blooming, keep doing the work mentally, physically, and emotionally, and the sun is going to come out. And I know we have those darker days when we're doing that cleansing and clearing, because let me tell you, when I did the Marie Kondo, when I got home, that might not have been the best time to do it, but I was so raw emotionally and spread wide eagle, sprawled out, might as well have been naked on fucking floor somewhere. I couldn't have probably done it at a better time and in retrospect. And let me tell you, just getting rid of clothing and shit, and I thought I had already gotten rid of everything because I had moved across country. Ooh, it is like shedding like a snake. It is so important. Thank you. They're still kind of doing their own thing. It's a combination French shag. It's called like it's called a curtain. It's literally called a curtain. I've never heard of such a thing. But apparently it might look good with my curls when I do curl it. You know, the things we do. The things we do. I don't know. Okay, so Crystal K is next because Elizabeth is not here, I don't believe. Michelle is not here. Pamela's on deck, and Crystal R, you're going to be after her. And then we have Casey. Is Carolyn here? I think J Wild Designs showed up. No? Kara, did Kara come in? We'll do another little roll call soon. So, Crystal K, Special K, is next. Oh my God. Crystal. You have a lot of abundance and you like to give, and that's just one of the most important things to do with your abundance. Misers and stingy Scrooges are not going to have a pot to piss in when it comes to the spiritual abundance that's really out there. So when you give your health, wealth, and abundance away, it comes back to you times 10. Believe me, 100,000% it works without fail. But you can't give with the intent to get. That is not how it works. But you just know in the back of your head that's how it works, though, because you do. It's just that's what. But then you start giving for all the right reasons. Once you realize that it actually does work, then you really start to be a giver and just, oh, it's so amazing. But anyways, enough about that. You've got to work on your, I want to say, like, self-worth, your self-love. You can't just keep trying to buy the love that you want to give yourself, like with all the pampering and all of the, greatest and best things. You've really got to do some I am whoever I say I am self-love work, like that really deep sacral chakra in your gut. I don't know. I mean, we see you on here one way, but I know in your town and in your community, it might be different. It might feel isolated. It might feel like you're not worthy enough, but you've really got to work through that. You've got to, I don't know the right word. Self-confidence. I mean, you're great without all the things that you do and without all the giving that you do. You are that at your core. I mean, that's why Spirit has enabled you to do as much as you do, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So confidence, I guess. Have more confidence with your abundance, health, wealth, happiness, and joy, aside from the financial abundance that you already experience right now. And I know that might help you with the issues that you have going forward if your husband, he's retiring from the army or whatever branch he's in. But I really feel like it's an inner insecurity. Work on your personal insecurity. There we go. I cannot think of the word here. So self-worth was definitely one of them. So this is more of an internal thing, not external, because honey, you're one of the, with the way you drop coin, I know you are abundant, but for you to not feel that security, I mean, that's an inside job, honey bunny. Okay. I even pulled the abundance card for you. I mean, you are abundant. You are abundant naturally. You are never not going to be abundant. What you have now is a fraction of what you may have later. I mean, you just never know. I don't think Spirit is in the business of setting you up for failure. Now, you could have wasted away the money and the health, wealth, and the happiness and joy that you've been given, but you haven't. You've been sharing it. I mean, liberally, for sure. But, it's an inside thing that's going on here, honey. So love yourself, love your partner, and know that because you love and you give love, you will always be loved and cared for. That is life, love. Life loved itself so much it created us. I mean, and it's not going to fail you. No. Nope. Not today. Not on my watch. I have a talk with Spirit. No, I'm just I have a direct phone line. Well, we all do, kind of. Don't even get me started there. Is Michelle here? Oh, Elizabeth is here. Perfect. Got you. Good thing. Okay, back it up. Elizabeth is next. Oh, Elizabeth. Okay, Miss Elizabeth, Aries season is over, but that does not mean we give up. Aries could come in like a bull in a china shop and fucking tear the place down. Well, that's when we know we need to do some reconstruction. Okay. So deconstruction leads to reconstruction. Breakdowns lead to breakthroughs. We burn bridges and sometimes we take a dip in the water and swim across. Whatever the case may be. I don't know what happened last month for you, but it seems like Aries season lit some things up for you. I mean, you could have been burning things for fuel, or you could be running out of fuel. You could have burned some bridges or two, but different things could be happening for you, for sure. Okay, Elizabeth? So Aries season, whatever happened, you have got to persevere. Look at her throwing that coat off. That is Aries season. The past is behind you. You've got to move forward. You've got to stick it out. And that's the thing about Aries. Then it's Taurus season, and that's like the the cleanup crew. Like, let me come in and handle what you couldn't do and figure it out for you. But we go through all of the seasons on our own individually, and we've got to do that work mentally, physically, and emotionally. So whatever you try to do too fast, slow and steady really wins the race, and you got to persevere. You've got to stick it out. So what do you have to do? Accept the fact that it's not over yet, that all is not lost, that you can rebuild, that you can do this, that, or whatever over again. But you've got to accept things for where they're at right now so you can project where they're going forward. Otherwise, you're going to be building a house on straw or sticks. You really got to get those foundational things understood right away. What are your needs? What are the necessities? What do we have to do right here, right now? Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, okay? The foundation has to be laid. So accept the things that you can change and accept the things that you cannot change as well. And fulfillment. So again, you wanted something, it seems last month, you tried, you worked hard for it, and you were just short of it, whatever. But that was just fuel for what's coming next. I mean, honestly, joy is coming. Health, wealth, happiness, and joy. And if you are not experiencing joy while you're doing whatever you're doing, you're really missing the fucking picture. I mean, if you guys are working hard for the money, it's sad we get stuck in that race though. Just working to work, just working to pay our bills. We're working to have a joyous and happy and harmonious life. And it sucks that they made it a challenge because the hourly rate is just not enough. Yeah, Casey, you're in a little bit, baby girl. Well, actually, you're only 3 people away, it seems. Yeah. Okay. So find that fuel, find that passion, and that's just it, Joy will be the fuel for what you really want. If it brings you that much joy, you will get up again and do it. Whoever said if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. I work sun up, sundown, 24/7, 7 days a week, 365, every holiday. Through every meal I'm sitting here. Or, oh my God, speaking of that, let me go stir my dinner. I'm cooking. So it's like, no, if you love what you do, you'll work every day of your life at it to perfect it, to make it better. I'll be right back. Oh my God, that looks so good. Okay. I'm making like fake chicken cacciatore, like just some shit I threw together from Mel. Okay, who's next? Elizabeth we just did, Crystal we did. So it's Pamela and then Crystal R. Ooh. Okay, Miss Pamela. Well, if this ain't a message, you got gratitude twice from 2 different decks out of almost 400 cards. You got gratitude twice. So that is going to be key. You have to have an attitude of gratitude for what you've got. Spirit is not going to give someone that doesn't like what they've got more unless you're a spoiled 8.5-year-old and have wealthy parents. But that's got to stop too. So you need to work on that attitude of gratitude, or know that it is because your attitude of gratitude that you're connecting with the right people, places, and things. Venus is the planet of attraction, and it's not just with people. It's with health, wealth, and abundance. It's with family, friends, and lovers. It's with people, places, and things. It's with your, all areas of your life, all of the brackets, all of the facets. So have an attitude of gratitude for the people, places, and things in your life, and they will more likely come to you. So if you do not have this person, place, or thing in your life, start to say, I would really love that. That would make me feel really good. That would be absolutely amazing. That would just be the icing on the cake. And Spirit's just like in the business of wanting to make those desires come to be. But Spirit's also in the business of answering other things like, oh, that'll never happen. Oh, that'll never happen to me. I'm not that type of girl. Whenever you say those things, Spirit is also trying to answer those. And it's a confusing sort of message for Spirit. So you got to make sure you're in the right train. Do you want it? Or are you going to tell yourself that you can't have it? Because Spirit's going to get into this tug of war, and eventually it's going to snap, and you're not going to get anything. And you're going to wonder why you never manifest what you want. The tug of war has got to stop in your head, in your heart, okay? It's got to stop. You got to trust, believe, and receive from spirit and source energy. And what it comes down to for so many of us, but not you, because it came upside down, is patience. So you actually have so much patience. The cord, it's not that it's not snapping, it's just becoming a limp noodle. And it's like, if the train is not pulling it, if there's not enough tension, we're not going to go forward either. So you've got to care enough to connect your cart to that desire. You've got to care enough to really, really want it. So it's not impatient of you to go and be eager. It's not impatient of you to be persistent. It's not impatient of you to be sort of demanding for what you're deserving of out of your family, friends, and lovers. Impatience is when you're restless, anxious, worried. That is when you are not patient, okay? So you've got to work on that and have an attitude of gratitude for everything that you've got, honey bunny, okay? Pamela. Crystal R is next. You can't make this shit up. So we just pulled the patience card. She has, worked on her patience. She's working through that. Well, now Crystal has pulled the impatient card. I've been talking to Crystal privately. She's one of my one-on-one clients. I don't need to speak openly about what messages I would say to her, on the side, but I need her to know she needs to be more patient with herself. She needs to trust herself. We are not going backwards. Sagittarius is coming in upside down. Where is Sagittarius's arrow going? Into the direction of your hopes and dreams, into the directions of your needs and wants, into the direction of the people, places, and things that you deserve, that are deserving of you. We are not going backwards on this crazy train. You've got to pull your arrow out of that motherfucking heart and plung it into something and let it go into something else. That is where I'm saying that tension will then pull you into the future. It'll pull you forward and out of the past. You've got to take your energy out of the past, though. Stop giving it your attention. Stop giving it your heart space. Move the fuck on and know that you are never alone. The loneliness card is coming in upside down. Don't let your loneliness or isolation make you make stupid decisions, stupid mistakes. And it's too late in the game for that. And stop looking in the mirror and not seeing what I see. You are absolutely beautiful. You were created in the image of source energy. You are God, Goddess, Source. You are absolutely 100% beautiful. And if you don't see that, other people won't see it either. That's that confidence. That's that, self-worth that I'm talking about. You have got to feel it. You have got to know that you are worthy of it. Smile Bella is here. I know she donated. Didn't she? Brittany Rogers. Yeah. Okay. Let me just go back to her later then. Okay. Hey, girl, you look great. Oh, well, thank you. I got my hair cut. So anyways, have some patience with yourself. Love yourself. See what I see in the mirror every day. I'm a reflection of you. You're a reflection of me. And I ain't going to let you make stupid motherfucking decisions. You didn't miss anything because I was going in order of the donations and stuff. Oh, Kathy, you were the second person. So you're going to have to watch the replay. But I'm also going to link these into the email that I send everybody. And I'm going to write it in order underneath of where you're at. Not the exact time, but where you're at in order. Okay? Kathy, yeah, you were number 2. So anyways, arrows going forwards, not backwards. And sometimes like that stupid meme says, spirit's pulling the arrow backwards to fling it forwards, whatever. That's a tension that's necessary, that's needed. And if the arrow doesn't have enough tension, it just goes plink. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, thank you. I hope y'all do. I don't know. Because sometimes I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're going to back it up real quick just for continuity's sake. I want to keep all these papers done if I can get them done. So Heidi never showed up, but Brittany did. So let me get Britt done. Brittany, back it up. Okay, Brittany, Brittany, this is your reading for donation. It's about health, wealth, and abundance, prosperity portal. So Pisces is coming in and it's coming in upside down. And that I am slightly happy about, but it's upside down for a few reasons. Neptune retrograde this summer, I believe, if it hasn't happened already. I think it's one of the last ones to actually go retrograde. So it might not happen until, or is it already retrograde? I don't have my notes out. Don't quote me on that. But either way, it's upside down. So it's a chance for you to redo, renew, revisit your dreams, your hopes, hopes and dreams, your needs and wants, desires and aspirations. You are worthy of them. So, oh, Brittany, we're going to stop and come right back in 5 minutes. I'm going to save this so that I can get this linked up to the email. Okay, I'll be right back. I made space.